And here we go. Ready?
3,
go.
2, 1.
Welcome to another episode of Real Talk about real things, real tours, real stuff, and real estate.
And we got something real important.
Super important.
to talk about today. Holiday office debates.
Holiday favorites and holiday office debates.
Yeah, yesterday we had a very heated debate around the office. And we had multiple debates yesterday that were friendly. They're friendly debates. But we wanted to bring it up and see if anyone had opinions on this.
Yeah. So I think the first thing was you were like, we have a very serious topic in our household. And
Yes.
I'm like, what? And it wasn't a super serious topic.
It's a very serious topic.
And it's about whether or not you should have the Christmas presents under the tree during the entire month, or do you put them all out the night before on Christmas Eve when Santa comes?
Yeah. So
Right?
like if you're from a kid perspective, are you wanting to see the presents show up all month long? From a parent's perspective, you're also wrapping presents all month long and putting them under the tree. Obviously Santa's presents aren't there, but family presents. Or as a kid, do you want to go to bed with no presents under the tree and wake up and there's just like a million presents under the tree, like magic?
Yeah.
Including Santa's.
And that's what you want. And Dylan was more like, no, we put them under the tree as they come in the household all month long.
Yeah. And he likes it because you get to shake it and figure out whose is whose and all that. And I'm like, no, I like the magic of nothing to everything overnight.
Yeah, no, I'm with Dylan. I like the slowly they're under the tree. And it's just convenient. Like if
Is
you
that what
have
your
them,
mom did for you?
No, well, yes, there were presents under the tree from people and from my mom, but the ones from Santa came
Well, yeah.
on Christmas
No, I'm
morning.
talking
So
about
it's
family.
kind of a little bit of both that way. You
Yeah.
get both Kelsey and Dylan. It's just not all at once. Like you want the big surprise. Anyway, so I don't know. That's not a super hot topic, but
It is in my house because we got to make this decision before we decide to have children. So we have a couple years, but I think it depends how you grew up. Everybody that we talked about it with in the office, you guys all grew up with it happening all month long. Nobody said that they grew up with it the way I did, where it's like there was nothing and then everything.
that's
So
just weird.
I'm sure that
Sorry.
I'm sure that
Sorry,
if
Tracy.
my mom would defend this to the grave. We should get her on the pod. She was a huge advocate for that. So anyway, I think that if somebody grew up with it the way that I did, they'd probably also say, you know, it's all about the tradition. It's like what you're used to, what you know. I don't know the other way.
Well, we should talk about, let's roll that into traditions now.
Okay.
If we can move on from that.
yeah, I mean,
holiday
we
topic.
we haven't settled it yet, but I will keep everyone posted on what me and Dylan
please
decide.
do. It's kind of like the toothpaste debate that you guys had.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
So traditions, I mean, we have certain traditions that we do in our household, and I have gone to my dad's house every night on Christmas Eve for as long as I can remember. And last month I walked into their house and my head did the fastest jerk to the left where the table is. My stepmom got a new table, and it's been the same table that we have Christmas Eve dinner at for as long as I can remember. And she got, instead of a long oblong table, she got a round table.
No.
And
Does it have a leaf?
No.
No leaf.
And I thought I was going to cry. I'm like, where's my table? What? This is where Dad sits, and this is where I sit, and this is where RJ sat, and this is
Too
where
many
Chuck sat. I'm like,
changes.
oh my God, I can't believe you got rid of the table. She's like, do you want me to call the people that bought it and ask if we can use it for Christmas Eve? I'm like,
That's nice of her.
No, anyways. So yeah, there's certain traditions because we would sit around that table,
Yeah.
and RJ would always tell everybody, give us your favorite Christmas memory.
Oh,
like he'd
love
ask them
that.
to go around the table
Ooh, I'm
and
gonna
say
steal
their
that this
favorite
year.
Christmas memory, and everyone would do that. Or if it's an anniversary, he would say, what is the secret to your marriage? Please tell us, because we always celebrated anniversaries as well. So that was kind of a tradition, but now the table's gone, and we're going to start a new tradition with the round table.
Well, is there a tablecloth?
Oh, of course, there
So
will be one.
same tablecloth, maybe?
Yeah.
No, because different size.
Yeah.
Because maybe it'll have the same essence if it has the same
Okay.
tablecloth.
Well, tell us about your tradition. Do you have any traditions other than the presents being underneath the tree only in the morning?
Oh, gosh, so Dylan and I got married 2 years ago, so things have really been changing. Even before that, we were starting to spend holidays with each other, so things have been changing a lot. But right now, our current tradition for the last 3 years is we spend Christmas Day at his family's house, and then we go to my family's, do whatever. Like we usually go down south to Southern California, and we're still doing that. We did that last year, and then this year we, as my extended family, are doing Palm Springs. So it's still south, but it's even more south. So
that's going to be nice.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. Yeah. And then Dylan and I will do Disneyland, which is not a tradition, but
maybe
something I'm tacking on.
Maybe you're going to make it a tradition.
That'd
from
be
now
fun.
on. You guys could start a new tradition.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes and how crowded it is. Because if it's too crowded, then we might not want to do that again. But anyway, the tradition has always been we do Christmas morning like at my family's house growing up, and then we drove down to Southern California on Christmas Day.
You're going to have some changes when you have
a lot
kids,
of changes.
So
well, and my parents are moving here,
Yeah.
so a lot of things will be changing, and hopefully we won't have to travel so much. But yeah.
On that same line of holiday stuff, I mean, every year when I decorate the tree, I watch one of my top 3 favorite Christmas movies, which is Home Alone. Love the soundtrack. Love it all.
Love it.
I mean, it's such a great movie.
See, I haven't watched Home Alone in a long time, so I'll have to watch
You need
that.
to
We're
watch
watching
it.
a Christmas movie every day.
Oh.
We started on like Thanksgiving.
Is this a new tradition?
It's a new tradition.
Okay.
Dylan all of a
That's a
sudden
good
was like,
one.
let's watch one every day. And I'm like, that's a lot of TV.
I watched Serendipity the other night. It's not really a Christmas movie, but it kind of happens around like Christmas and snow in New York. Have you seen it?
No,
Serendipity?
but is that,
Oh, it's good.
is it Christmas?
It's kind of Christmas.
like
it
Die
could
Hard?
count. Have you guys seen Serendipity? It's
No,
Oh,
I've
well.
never even heard of it. I'll write it down.
Okay,
Hold on.
so it's with Kate Beckinsale and John Cusack.
Oh, okay. Love John.
Okay, so back to the movies. So I told you one of my top 3. What's one of yours?
Well, I was going to say when we decorated the Christmas tree growing up, we put on the Nutcracker soundtrack.
Oh yeah,
Which is really pretty.
yeah, that's in
and-
Home Alone.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
it's the opening song.
That's perfect. Yeah. So we had like the little album, and my mom would play it, and I'd never seen the Nutcracker, and then I went to see it at the Laxnord Auditorium one year, and I'm like, I know all the music. It was
that's
really
cool.
interesting.
Yeah.
So that's fun. But my number 1 all-time favorite tradition Christmas movie is A Christmas Story. You probably know that already
it's a good
about
one.
me. but
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing. I've been the leg lamp.
Yes.
It's $300.
Yes.
And every year I'm like, I'm going to buy the leg lamp. And then
Well,
every year I'm like, I'm not buying it. It's
They have
$300.
one that's this size at World Market right now because my friend Barbara just bought one and
really?
it lights up and it's super
Oh,
tiny. And she
maybe I'll
didn't
just
even
do
know- Yeah,
that.
just to have like it's so cute
I
and
know.
it does light up.
Maybe I'll do that.
Okay, so that's a really good one.
That's my favorite.
for
I
sure.
love watch like they play it 24 hours on ABC Family Christmas Eve, so we'll do that. I'll watch it like 2 or 3 times
I think that's a big tradition for a lot of people is
Yeah.
to watch that movie.
because they play it for 24 hours.
I know. It's like you don't really have a choice.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one of my second ones, this is whether Home Alone or this one is my favorite is It's a Wonderful Life. That is such a good one.
See, I tried to watch it last year. I couldn't get into it. I really tried.
You got to love George Bailey.
I do love George Bailey, but I was a little confused. Maybe I need to watch
See,
it
and
again.
It was like I think it was in 1935.
Yeah.
We'll have to Google.
No,
when was-
not that old.
It is
35.
Could you Google that for us real quick? Somebody.
Someone in the Peanut Gallery.
Yeah. When was I want to say it was the 1930s.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
Along those same lines, I love the original Miracle on 34th Street.
Yes.
Like the original. There
Oh,
you go. I'm
47.
like 35. Did they even, that was like silent movie time
No,
almost.
Gone with the Wind.
It's one of the first ever.
Gone with the Wind is in the 1930s.
Wow.
Yep. So
Haven't seen that one either.
what?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's
I
not a
know.
Christmas movie. Okay, well, I think it was really 1937.
Mm-hmm,
But anyway.
Anyway.
Okay.
Okay, so you got It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, maybe 1939.
Okay, well, it's
Anyways.
something like that. So mine's Home Alone, It's a Wonderful Life. What's your
Okay.
second one?
My second one would be Love, actually.
Which is debatable whether that's
I
a
don't think
Christmas
that's
movie.
debatable.
I agree. I used
It has
to
a
think
bow
it
on the
wasn't.
cover.
Yeah, it is definitely a Christmas
And
movie.
it takes place at Christmas.
There's so much going on in
There's
that
a Christmas
movie.
song in it that they made for
That's
the movie.
true. And they do that Mariah Carey song.
Yeah, it's a
But
Christmas movie.
there's a lot of stories happening there.
There's like
we got people
7,
having
I
an
think.
affair. We got people falling in love. We got a prime minister, and he's falling in love. There's like
Yep.
5 different stories going on in
That's
that
what I
movie.
love about it. It's a
Yeah.
little bit chaotic, and there's so
The
much
guy
going
whose
on.
wife dies, and then has an
Yep.
affair with the brother. I don't know. There's like
That's 2
so
different
much-
people.
Okay.
Yep, yep,
And then one wife dies. Yeah.
yep. that's like 5. Yeah, there's 5 or 6 different. And then there's the kid who falls in love with the little girl. Like it's just so sweet and magical and sad. And then it brings it full circle. Everyone ends up knowing each other one way or the other. Like, I just love it. It's one of my favorites. It's long too, though. That one's like over 2 hours, I think.
Okay.
So that's another one where I like sit down and watch it with a drink and like pay attention.
Like a cocktail drink?
Hot cocoa.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Whatever. I feel like Depends. Is it a Saturday or is it a Monday? I don't know.
My third favorite Christmas movie is, and this is debatable whether it's 1, 2, or 3 as well, is The Family Stone.
See, that's another one I watched last year and I didn't love it. Oh my gosh, we have
wrong
so
with
different
you?
taste.
It's so good. I love the house. I love Diane Keaton. I love the family dynamic.
Yeah. There were
I
good
mean,
parts for
there's
sure.
the cast is so good.
Cast is good.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
is it Owen or is it the other one? I don't know. Those brothers. Yeah, the other one. Anyways, so good.
Yeah, and the deaf brother.
And the deaf brother.
So good.
There's all of, and then he ends up with the sister.
Yeah.
They end up swapping.
That's wild. Yeah.
It's a beautiful Christmas movie. It is, and I love their house. I just loved the whole house and all the traditions. Well,
that's what like a lot of the Christmas movies are about, is like the big chaotic families that all come together, because it's what we all do. We all come together with our extended family, and it's always chaos and messy, but it's still love and tradition and warm.
I think
hopefully,
you're gonna have to watch all of those again.
I might. Well, we have 25 days left of
Yeah.
our Christmas movie specials, and we're already straying on some weird movies right now.
Oh, don't do that.
So we need to
Stick
get a
with
better
the
plan.
classics.
Yeah.
And so what's your third favorite?
If I had to pick, I would say
You can go
I
with
have 2.
4.
Okay, I have 2. The Holiday and Elf, which are very different from each other, and I love all 4 of those movies. Those are my favorites.
Those are definitely newer.
And I remember when Elf came out, which is weird because now it's like such a tradition movie for most people. Like everyone watches it every
I feel like
year.
Christmas Vacation is definitely a tradition one.
That one too.
Yeah.
That one's even older. But Elf, to me, it's like, it's weird because it's old, but it's not that old. It's like 2003, but
That's old.
seems
20
newer.
years. It does seem new. Yeah.
But anyways, it holds up. It's so good. I love it. And I love that, what's his name from A Christmas Story? Ralphie is the head elf in Elf. I love that. So good. He was in another Christmas movie recently that I watched too.
It's all coming full circle.
I know. And then they did A Christmas Story too, which is not good.
Okay, we're going to talk about one last thing real quick.
Okay.
And that is faux or real tree.
Okay, so Dylan and I have been always getting a real one, and we've tried to chop them down, and then we went and bought one at a parking lot, and it was $120 and blah, blah, blah. And now we have the dog that likes to chew on branches. So this year we opted to buy an artificial tree. And I tried to research like a low toxic one and all that stuff and try to like make a good decision. I know.
Did you read the ingredients of the tree?
No, you want no PVC. That's the key.
Okay.
And I'm going to rinse it down first, all this stuff. Yeah. Anyway, we decided that we can get an artificial tree. And then when we have kids, if we want to go chop one down, we don't have to take the artificial tree out. It's not like an end all be all.
Right.
So we might do some kind of mixture over the years.
I like that idea. Yeah. Having a faux tree and then...
If we feel like it one year.
Because the smell of, I have not used, I have a small artificial tree that I drug down from the attic last weekend and then hosed it down and let it sit outside. And it's really tiny, but that's just what I'm going to do this year. But last year we had a huge tree and it was like $180.
Yes.
And I could have bought a faux one for $500 and had it for the rest of my life.
Yeah. And you don't have to put lights on it.
Right.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Until the lights go out. I found myself cutting the lights out of this one that was in my attic because they weren't working and it was just easier. But anyway, I think that you can also get the garland, that smells good, but it's just so messy. It's so messy, the real tree. And then you got to get rid of it.
And I forget to water it. Like we both forgot to water it last year. And so it's just dropping needles everywhere because it was so crispy dry. I felt bad. I'm like, I killed you. I know you were $120.
Yeah. Okay, so we want to know your opinions on all these things. So
favorite
first of
Christmas movies.
Favorite movies, presents or no presents
under the tree
during the month of December. Faux or real? Did I already say that?
Faux or real tree, and any Christmas traditions that you would carry on. Let us know. and then we'll make a post about it, and you can be featured on our
Because this is a
post.
super exciting topic we're having here.
I know.
Probably
We're just talking about
no one
ourselves,
really. Gives
really.
a shit about. But it seems fun. And now I want to go watch a bunch of Christmas movies, so I'm down.
Okay.
All right.
So fun. All right. Thanks, guys. Peace out.